So it's been announced that Frank Warren has won the purse bid with Eddie Hearn for the Josh Warrington Kid Galahad mandatory defence of Josh Warrington's IBF featherweight title. The bid from Hearn is believed to be in the region of 1.4 million and Warren's bid is about 1.6. So what does that mean? Well, that essentially means that, you know, Warren and Warrington, they'll be able to probably choose the venue. It'll be on BT Sport, probably on BT Sport pay-per-view. And I think that's the main reason why Fish Eyes wanted to get this, wanted to win this purse bid. Because there was an interview I saw with Eddie Hearn. I'm not sure, I think it might have been IFL, where Eddie Hearn was discussing the possibility of this fight. And he said that, on BT Sport, it's pay-per-view. But on Sky, it won't be pay-per-view. So I think in the back of Frank Warren's mind, he's probably thinking to himself, I need to make sure this is pay-per-view because it will increase their revenue because they can sell it as a pay-per-view. Josh Warrington's a big star. It's obviously going to need to take place in Leeds because that's where Josh Warrington sells most of his tickets. He's filled up Ellen Road. So for that reason, it's almost like for that reason, I think Frank Warren felt the need to win this purse bid more than he did when Billy Joe was purported to fight Demetrius Andre. With that fight, I'm not going to say he was willing to let that fight slip through, but I don't think he was as willing to, win a purse bid against Eddie Hearn as he was for this fight. Purely because Frank Warren, in terms of his stable, he doesn't have many world champions, and I think he wants to keep his world champions happy. Warrington, who he's already had on pay-per-view, and he's already had Philip Ellen Road, so he's got a good deal with Warrington. I think he wants to keep this kind of gravy train going and keep the BT Sport pay-per-view going, whereas if he'd lost his purse bid, he wouldn't have had that. So, very interesting. I believe the split is in the region of 65-35, I believe it is. So I know I've seen it on Michael Benson's Twitter that Warrington is to get somewhere in the region of $1 million. I believe that's what they're saying. Could be wrong, but that's what I believe I saw. And, Galahad will get, less. This fight right here, I got Josh Warrington in this fight. Kid Galahad I've seen many times, and I think that ever since Kid Galahad came back from, his drugs ban, he just seems to have lost a step or two to him. Now, I know he was inactive for a while because of that, and even when he came back, he wasn't, setting the world on fire with who he was fighting. There was a pullout of Joseph Gbeko in one of his fights. I think that was on the Eubank Jr. Arthur Abraham undercard. He was meant to fight Gbeko. And since then, he's just kind of been, kind of going about things, but not looking amazingly spectacular. Whereas Warrington's been going from strength to strength. I've said many times that I used to just see Josh Warrington as another prospect. A guy who won a European title, that was kind of as far as I thought he'd go. And now you see him, he's beating the crap out of Lee Selby. He's hurting Carl Frampton bad and beating Carl Frampton. There's two big names. You see guys like Oscar Valdez, the best name on his resume is Scott Quigg. And, he's going life and death. He's going to war with these guys. And, the Lee Selby fight for Warrington, I thought that was just destruction. I gave Lee Selby one round in that fight. The Frampton fight was a bit closer, but he still got the better of Carl Frampton and hurt Carl Frampton. He hurt Carl Frampton worse than he hurt Lee Selby. So Josh Warrington really, really improved. And, I definitely think that Kid Galahad, as good as he is, he's a good fighter. He's going to be a tricky opponent for Josh Warrington, but I can't see anything other than the Josh Warrington win. So those are my thoughts on this. Just said to get this video out for today. And leave your thoughts down below. And as always, I will talk to you after.